say.
Hi guys, it's Carlos and Mitch at 24/7 once again, and basically we've got asked the team first question. Believe it or not, it's only been what? Is it 2 hours?
Yeah, if that.
Oh my god, we've got already a lot of questions, but we're going to keep it to a couple today.
Two questions though.
Just two questions today. Okay, cool. So, Mitch.
The first question was, how is the best way to lose weight? It's quite a broad topic, but the best way to lose weight.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, this is cold. We haven't prepared for this, so you just got the question. Okay, literally, it's cold. So, ask the question again.
The question is the best way to lose weight.
Fantastic. Right. Okay. Let me explain very basically, so it's easy for you guys to understand. For the guys that obviously are well clued up in nutrition, this is probably you probably don't want to listen to this. But anyway, imagine the scale. Okay, 2,000 kilograms on one side, 2,000 kilograms on the other side. Okay, it's not moving, right? Now, if I put 2,000 kilograms here and put 1,500 kilograms there, automatically that goes down like that, right? Okay, what I'm trying to say to you guys is this. Imagine this is your calorie intake. It's what you eat every day. Imagine, yeah? It's 2,000 calories, okay? This is your calorie expenditure, what you spend working out or working or whatever, okay? If it equates to what you basically take in, you're not moving anyway, you stay the same weight. Now, if your calorie intake exceeds your calorie expenditure, which is on this side, sorry, okay, all of a sudden you start putting weight on. And the same thing happens if you start putting down your calories and increasing your exercise. So what I mean by that is, if you guys want to lose weight, you've got to get into your heads first and foremost. Your calorie intake needs to decrease, and your calorie expenditure needs to increase. Am I making sense? So you need to exercise more in terms of obviously mobility and exercise and whatever else you want to do in terms of physical exercise, in order to be able to start losing some weight. However, when it gets a bit more into detail is how many calories you're going to take in order to know how many calories you're spending. Am I making sense? So this is where it gets a bit tricky, because you need to start counting your protein, your protein, your carbs, your fats, and everything else that comes into obviously your diet itself. So I hope that's clear for you guys. What do you think about that?
No, I think it's pretty spot on. The only things to add would be, for example, your 2,000 calories on a non-training day. If you eat 1,500, that gives you your 500 calorie deficit, which would be the weight loss. On a training day, you can eat your 2,000 calories, and then at the gym you burn 500 calories, which then gives you back that 500 calorie deficit. So you eat more on your training days, less on your non-training days, so you always have that calorie deficit.
That's very true.
Eating more on your training days makes you feel better with the training, and it gives you actually energy to burn while you're at the gym.
Yeah. Other thing I just want to add on to that, obviously it depends on the body compositions as well. Obviously, as you probably guys know already, there's ectomorphs, mesomorphs and endomorphs. Ectomorphs being the natural slim, thin, taller guys, and obviously girls. Also obviously the mesomorphs, obviously the guys that are a little bit more sort of like stockier already, big bone, and the endomorphs obviously being like larger sort of guys. This is obviously, the diet depends on a lot of that as well, and obviously metabolism and genetics and everything else. So I hope that answers your question there.
Second question was the best way to get abs.
Whoa.
Very similar to the first question actually.
Yeah, okay, right. Basically, if you guys want to lose weight, okay, is one thing. If you guys want to get abs, and it all depends on what you mean abs, okay, so whether it's a pre-contest physique where you go like literally 4% body fat, it's a different animal. It's a whole different animal altogether. What I mean by that is, it's serious stuff. So, say for instance, I'm going to explain the two very, very quickly, okay? So if you just want to have that kind of like flat tummy, okay, like for the girls, say flat tummy, a little bit of sort of definition, you don't need to be extreme. So you just got to basically decrease your calorie intake. Obviously, what I mean just that, don't just decrease it. Obviously, make sure you cut down on your carbohydrates, eating good fats, increase your protein intake. Obviously, intensively work obviously on your cardio as well as on your weight training, because muscle is metabolic after tissue. So the more muscle you have, the less fat you store, and obviously that's kind of like contracted against you, obviously your calorie intakes and obviously your body fat stores. Now, if you want to get into contest sort of level, which is basically very much so I did that a couple of years ago, 18 months ago, which is basically 4% body fat. You need to be on stage that way. You need to really seriously count calories. You've got to very much so obviously train very hard twice a day. You're talking about decreasing your calories to a basic metabolic rate where you're not losing all the muscle, but you literally stay so fat burning contest every day, where literally your body becomes almost like a fat sort of burning machine. So, but that goes into a lot of detail in terms of diet, supplementation, training, and I mean, we'd love to obviously sit down here with you guys for hours and explaining it to the detail. But in a nutshell, really, you need to cut down your calories, increase your calorie expenditure as you exercise, do plenty of abs. Obviously your abs need to be activated nearly every day in order to get that really ripped physique. Your water is a main one as well, and obviously your carbohydrate intake needs to be not to a minimum, but it needs to be sort of minimized, if you like. So carbs are a big danger when it comes to, if you're on abs, carbs are going to kill you. So protein is high, good fats, I'm sure you guys know what good fats are, and obviously your carbs need to be to a minimum, which is really complex carbs. Okay?
I think that's about it. We don't want to make the video too long, but obviously that pretty much sums up. They're both very interlinked, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Very simple. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, hope that's answered your first two questions. More questions in, more questions we'll answer. Pop them on the link below. And,
fantastic. So until next time, guys, it's Carlos and Mitch at
24/7 Fitness.
Take care. Boom.